Most drivers across the US burn way more fuel than they need to, often up to 30% extra every year, and they don't even notice it. And no, it's not because of bad cars or high gas prices. It's because of small daily habits that quietly benefit gas stations and cost you money. In this video, you're about to discover 6 smart fuel-saving secrets most drivers never use. There's nothing to buy, no fake gadgets, and no miracle tricks. Just simple, proven changes that help every gallon last longer, protect your engine, and put hundreds of dollars back in your pocket each year. Make sure you watch until the end, because the final tip completely cuts into gas station profits, and almost no one ever talks about it. Let's dive in. Secret number 6. Skip aggressive driving, especially drafting. If you've ever seen a car glued to the back of a semi-truck on the highway, that's drafting. It might look bold and feel fast, but in the real world, it's one of the quickest ways to turn a normal drive into a serious accident. Drafting only makes sense on a racetrack. Professional drivers have helmets, radios, spotters, and teams monitoring every move. On public roads, you have none of that, just a seatbelt, rough pavement, distracted drivers, and a truck driver who probably doesn't even know you're there. Here's the part gas stations quietly benefit from. Aggressive driving burns more fuel. Rapid acceleration and hard braking force your engine to work overtime, wasting gas instead of saving it. While following closely behind a large truck can reduce wind resistance, the reality is brutal. To get any real benefit, you'd need to be dangerously close to a vehicle that can weigh up to 80,000 pounds. At that distance, your reaction time is nearly zero. That's not efficiency, it's pure risk. Even when you back off to what feels like a safer gap, the fuel savings drop to just 1 to 3%. One sudden break, one tire blowout, and there's no second chance. The smarter move is simple: drive smoothly and predictably. It's safer, easier on your engine, and far more fuel efficient. You'll reach the same destination, just without wasting gas or risking your life. Now that we've ditched the dangerous habits, let's move on to a smarter trick that saves fuel before you even touch the brake pedal. Secret number 5, read the road ahead. Rushing, reacting, and slamming the brakes might feel like normal traffic behavior, but it's one of the quickest ways to waste fuel. Every hard stop and sudden acceleration forces your engine to burn extra gas, and gas stations quietly profit from it. Anticipation changes everything. Instead of locking your eyes on the bumper in front of you, scan farther down the road. You'll notice red lights sooner, brake lights earlier, and slowdowns before they turn into surprises. Rather than racing toward a light that's already red, ease off the throttle and let your car roll. Instead of braking hard at the last second, use momentum to your advantage. Your engine works less, and your fuel lasts longer. The numbers back this up. Studies show that smooth, predictable driving can boost fuel efficiency by 10 to 40% in city conditions. Meanwhile, aggressive driving, speeding, lane hopping, and late braking saves only a few seconds on a typical commute, but costs you significantly more at the pump. There's another bonus most drivers overlook: less wear on your brakes, transmission, and engine. That means fewer repairs and more money staying in your wallet. Think of anticipation as defensive driving with a cash reward. Less stress, fewer surprises, and a fuel gauge that drops much more slowly. And while smart timing on the road saves fuel, timing how you cool your car can save even more. Secret number 4, use the right cooling method at the right time. Cooling your car the wrong way can drain fuel faster than most drivers realize, and gas stations are perfectly happy if you never notice. What's ironic is that many people do the exact opposite of what actually saves gas. At low speeds, especially in city traffic, air conditioning puts a heavy load on your engine. That extra strain can raise fuel consumption by 15 to 30%, which is why blasting the AC on short urban trips quietly kills your mileage. But once you're cruising at highway speeds, the rules change. Around 55 to 60 miles per hour and above, open windows create major aerodynamic drag. The air resistance works against your car like a parachute, forcing the engine to burn more fuel just to maintain speed. Tests show that at higher speeds, using the air conditioner, particularly in recirculation mode, is actually more fuel efficient than driving with the windows down. Here's the simple rule most drivers never hear clearly. In city driving, slightly open windows usually save more fuel. On the highway, close the windows and use the AC, and in extreme heat, safety comes first. Staying cool and alert matters far more than squeezing out a tiny extra bit of fuel savings. Before we get into the really sneaky fuel tricks, do me a favor, hit that like button. We spent hours digging into habits and hacks that gas stations and mechanics don't want you to know about, and your like helps us keep sharing this kind of info. All set? Great. Now, let's dive into a tip that could save you hundreds of dollars every year. Secret number 3, don't let your car sit and sip fuel. If you want to burn gas without going anywhere, just let your engine idle. It's one of the quietest ways to waste money, and gas stations love it. No alerts, no movement, just fuel disappearing while you sit parked, usually scrolling on your phone. Here's the reality. Modern cars don't need long warm-ups. That habit comes from old carbureted engines, not today's fuel-injected vehicles. Most modern engines are ready to drive within seconds. Idling for 5 or 10 minutes doesn't protect your car, it only drains your tank. Studies show that an idling engine can burn up to half a gallon of fuel per hour, depending on engine size. Over a year, especially with cold mornings and long waits, that wasted fuel can quietly add up to hundreds of dollars for absolutely nothing. There's another downside most drivers don't realize. Extended idling causes engines to run rich, which leads to carbon buildup, rough performance, clogged components, and shorter engine life, all while the car isn't moving an inch. The smarter rule is simple. If you're stopped for more than about 10 seconds, turning the engine off usually saves more fuel than letting it run. Restarting uses far less gas than people expect. And before we reveal the next secret, make sure you're subscribed, because what's coming next cuts even deeper into gas station profits than everything so far. Secret number 2, don't let a dirty air filter steal your fuel. If you wanted to send extra money to gas stations without driving a single extra mile, there's an easy way. Ignore your air filter. No warning lights will come on. No one at the pump will mention it. And that's exactly why it works. Your engine needs clean air just as much as clean fuel. When the air filter fills with dust, pollen, bugs, and road grime, airflow drops. The engine has to work harder just to breathe. Less air forces a richer fuel mixture, and that means burning more gas to make the same power. In older vehicles, a clogged air filter can cut fuel efficiency by up to 10%. Newer cars hide the problem better with sensors and computers, but the loss is still there. You feel it as sluggish acceleration, delayed throttle response, rough idling, and carbon buildup that slowly pushes fuel consumption higher over time. Gas stations love this mistake because most drivers forget the air filter even exists. Many go 20,000 to 30,000 miles without ever checking it. That's more wasted fuel, more trips to the pump, and more money gone. Avoid the trap with a simple habit. Check your air filter every 12,000 to 15,000 miles. Hold it up to the light. If light can't pass through, neither can enough air. This one quick check can restore lost power, improve efficiency, and make your engine feel noticeably better. And if a dirty air filter steals fuel quietly, the next secret robs you in plain sight. Secret number 1, keep your tires properly inflated. Low tire pressure is one of the easiest ways gas stations make money without doing anything at all. You don't hear it, you barely feel it, and most cars won't warn you until the damage is already happening. Meanwhile, every mile on underinflated tires quietly wastes fuel. When tire pressure drops, even a little, the tire flattens more against the road. That extra contact increases rolling resistance, forcing the engine to work harder just to maintain the same speed. Lose as little as 5 to 10 psi, and fuel economy can drop by up to 3%. The dangerous part? Many drivers unknowingly drive this way for months. The tire pressure warning light usually doesn't turn on until pressure falls around 25% below the recommended level. By the time that icon appears on your dashboard, you've already burned a noticeable amount of extra fuel. Gas stations count on drivers trusting the warning light instead of checking tire pressure themselves. Comment which one surprised you most, and subscribe to Hidden Car Hacks for smarter driving. Drive smart and stop overpaying at the pump.